Hey, what's up, guys? I'm the New Age, and I'm here to review One Piece chapter 720. And before I begin with that, I actually have to say that I met the Jorishae on Omegle, and he was a pretty cool, down-to-earth guy, and he's like really nice. Got me into, he's one of the people that actually convinced me to get into, he didn't convince me personally, but he said to get into One Piece, and I believed him, so I go checked him out. And it's like in the Why I Like One Piece video, but anyway. This chapter is very simple. It was a pretty simple chapter, but a lot of things happen in this chapter. So we'll start from the beginning. The beginning with the more important thing is when Luffy gets out of the Coliseum. He's expecting he's getting arrested, but then Cavendish out of nowhere just attacks him with fallen sword, and Luffy just catches that. He literally goes like, "I gotcha," and he catches it, and so the Cavendish is like, "Let go," and Luffy's like, "No, because I want to rest, and you're attacking me," and and then basically, Cavendish seemed he seemed strong enough to at least spar with Luffy, and honest to God, after this chapter, I think that he's gonna be the winner of Block D. I think it's 95% likely that he's gonna be winner of Block D. Now, the next thing that happened was Chinjao. He came in and he got his little head spike back, and he's filled with gratitude. And his two grandsons are holding him, and he was going to give his part. I think it was part of the Halipo Navy to support Luffy. But Luffy was like, "Oh God!" Before he said anything, he was like, "Oh God, Chinjao, didn't I get enough? Didn't I already win?" And then he's like, "No," and then he's like, "No," and then like bows in gratitude, and then he splits the floor in half, and then Luffy's like, "Holy shit," and he runs for his life. And I think that's gonna be really important in the story, because I really think that the more people that aren't actually with Luffy, but the alliances that with Luffy are gonna be really important to the end of the story, because when he becomes a caliber of a Yonko, he like Whitebeard, when he had all those allies, he is probably gonna have he's probably gonna grow all these New World alliances, which he just did right now. I think the Halipo Navy is gonna become even more important throughout the story, because we may get more and more alliances, and we get alliances from other people. We never know. And then so he just runs away. And then he's running away from that, and he hears Burgess. This is probably for me one of the most important things of the chapter. He sees Burgess talking to Blackbeard, and he sees Burgess talking to Blackbeard, and Burgess is talking. He says that we can't trust Aokiji, and then because that makes him, and then I forget who said it, but it's either him or Blackbeard, because that makes him just like Shiryu, and Shiryu. He's the guy from the prison guard who used to work for Impel Down, which means he works for the world government. See, now I think this is my personal theory, that I think that Aokiji has, if he has not already, joined the Blackbeard pirates. I honestly think so, because why else would they say we can't trust him, because he's just like Shiryu, because Shiryu joined the Blackbeard pirates. Then again, he was kind of a psychopathic murderer, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He still worked for the world government, which still means that you should have some suspicion about him. And so I think that Aokiji probably is trying to join the Blackbeard pirates if he hasn't already. And he's talking to Burgess about it. And I think Aokiji joined the Blackbeard pirates because he has some angle. There's no way in hell that Aokiji is joining the Blackbeard pirates for no apparent reason. He has his own goal, probably working for someone else. My guess is probably revolutionaries, because he's starting to ever since he fought with Akainu. And probably ever since the O'Hara incident, that he sees a little bit of flaws in the Navy, and he believes in justice, but not strong justice that Akainu is going to pull, and he's against that, and he's going to try to, and he probably is with the revolutionaries. That's my theory, and then he's gonna try to like keep tabs on the Blackbeard pirates, and he's gonna like for the revolutionaries, so they'll know like how powerful it is, because there's all like world power and stuff like that. So that's my theory about Aokiji, and so then we see. Luffy. He sees them talking, and then Blackbeard's like, "Say ha 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 ha." So then he's like, "Mugiwara." Once that happens, Luffy's like, "Blackbeard," and then basically like Luffy's like, "I'm gonna win the thing. I'm gonna win Ace's Devil Fruit," and then Blackbeard's like, "Oh, that's too bad because Burgess is going to win it. It's a shame because it's a shame for you because not a shame for you. It's great for us because Ace he didn't join up with us the first offer that he got. God damn cell phone, fucking piece of shit. No takes. Basically, then once Aoki, once A, so then and then basically once they talked about like him getting the Devil Fruit, because I honestly think that Burgess is gonna get the Devil Fruit, because I think it's gonna be between Luffy. It's gonna be between Luffy and Burgess, or actually, it may be Burgess. Okay. Doesn't really matter. But I think either way, I think Burgess is somehow going to get his hands on the Devil Fruit, which will further continue Luffy's hatred for Blackbeard, furthering the story. Not that I think he's the final villain, but I do think that it'll further his hatred for Blackbeard once Burgess gets the Devil Fruit, which will will compel the story to continue. Because Luffy will be like, "Oh, you took my Devil Fruit, and basically he's disgracing Ace even more." So then after that, basically, then, oh my god, what's her fucking name? Oh yeah, Rebecca. Rebecca, she came in, she grabs Luffy, she buys him something to eat, and they're eating by these gladiator slave people, and like apparently they're slaves they're slaves apparently to keep on fighting until they win 100 fights, and then they're set free, or so says Doflamingo. I highly doubt anyone, if they win 100 fights, he'll keep his word, because Doflamingo's a dick. But that doesn't really matter right now. So then basically Luffy's eating his his food, and then one of the prisoners comes behind him and grabs Luffy, and then Rebecca comes in with a sword, tries to slit Luffy's throat or something. Luffy dodges all that. He pins Rebecca down, and she gives the reason as they're trying to cut out the strong competitors. And I was like, "Whoa, Rebecca! Everyone really hates Luffy. Like, you would go that far just kill like someone you barely even know, or someone you're kind of acquaintances with, and just kill him just like that, just to get hired, just have a better chance in the competition." And I was just like, wow, then she's really serious about her goal, whatever it is. And that also proves that she's not that strong, because she has to like try to take other people out with like secretly or like stealthily, so take out tougher competition, so she has a higher chance. And then and it was interesting because we found out more about her background, because like she's a very proud character. Like Luffy says, "Aren't you hungry?" And then we got a little flashback when she's a little girl and she's asking for food, and then she's like, "I don't get hungry." and then basically then we also learn about her. We still don't know the exact connection, but we do know that this toy soldier. Luffy learns that the toy soldier's coming in there to try to destroy Doflamingo head on, and he's trying. And then the toy soldier, he somehow keeps on protecting or basically protecting Rebecca. And then she's like, and then the reason that she's doing this tournament is that she basically wants to handle it herself. And I forgot to mention, all those prisoner gladiators are they're basically the reason that they're in there is because they betrayed the Doflamingo rule. They basically went against his rules, and now they have to be in that tournament and such. So Rebecca, so basically the toy soldier and Rebecca have the same goals, but Rebecca wants to handle this herself. So there must be some personal connection. So, but there must be like somehow the toy soldier saved her before from Doflamingo, and now she thinks it's her obligation to take out Doflamingo herself. And the toy soldier isn't gonna have any of that. He just keeps on fighting for everyone, for Rebecca too. But Rebecca wants to handle it herself. So, yeah, that was the One Piece chapter 720. It was a pretty good chapter. I give this chapter, since it did have, mostly it was set up. There was a little talking and stuff, but, I think it was a good chapter. We got a lot of information a lot of hinted information. So I think I give this chapter a 4 out of 5. It was pretty good. Yeah, also, I'm gonna be making the Naruto chapter review and why I like Naruto very soon. Like very, very, very soon. I'm sorry, it's taking longer than I thought. And yeah, I'm the New Age, and I'm out.